What's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing representing Team King of Games, and today I'm gonna go over an update of my Paleozoic build. A lot of people are asking me, hey man, can you show us your build with the Spellbooks? So just to please you guys, I literally changed my deck the way I wanted it to be and changed it into a version that people were asking for. So this is my take on Paleozoic Spellbooks. It's actually a lot spicier than the standard list you see. And coming up soon, we're gonna be going over Volcanics, which I'm just trying to do a lot of archetypes that go underappreciated. So we're going to hop right into this main deck without further ado. The part of the deck that's always going to be the same no matter which profile you see is the frogs. You play 3 swap. So this is basically Ernesto, Esteban, and Roni Homie. That's their nicknames. Esteban's crazy. Ernesto's the best. Roni Homie actually, like, he's the main reason why you even play the frog engine, honestly. That's the only part of my deck that's basically standard that you really you can't change. I will never play 2 dupes. Because dupe lock is crazy, and if you play 2 dupes and you open up a 1 with the swap, you can never dupe lock. And dupe lock is really, really important. It helps you so much. So the standard frog lineup. Then I play 2 blue boys. Yes, only 2 and not 3. Yes, you can add it back off of Starboy. Yes, you can add it back off of Totally Awesome. I mean, I could play 3 just because when you open up with swap frog and then water, you have a first turn Totally Awesome, which is very, very important because cards like Evenly Matched and Denko Seka really just kill this deck. But that's still not a good reason for me to play 3. Because I actually, if you open up with Secrets and a Swap Frog, it's the equivalent of opening up with Swap Frog and a Water. So in technical terms, you're playing 5 Blue Boys plus the 8 Frogs. You have 13 Waters to open up into. And this might catch some people off guard by surprise. I played 2 Lava Golems. Instead of main decking the Gamma Seals, I chose to play the Lava Golem. Yes, you cannot normal summon, and yes, that can hurt you sometimes. But for the most part, Paleozoic struggle going second against established boards, and 1 Kaiju doesn't out all the problems. So I like the Lava Golem because it allows you to deal with established boards easily, and at the same time, it's a bit more versatile in this format than main decking raw Spear mode, which I thought about Spear mode. Then I was like, nah, because not every deck's gonna have 3, but most decks do have 2 to 3. Problematic boss monsters, most of them being 2. So I felt the Lava Golem was the correct card to play in this list over the Gamma Seals. Granted, yeah, I can play Gamma Seals. I can just grab 2 Gamma Seals, switch these out, and then change the deck profile and say, I'm playing Gamma Seals just to please the people. But I like Lava Golems in my deck. I really do. It does a lot for this deck. That sums up the monster count. Monster count's pretty heavy. Moving forward to spells, we play 3 copies of Secrets. I like Secrets a lot, especially if you open up with it and a swap frog, you're good to go. And also in tandem with that, we're playing 3 copies of Pot of Desires. Who cares if it's a hard once per turn? Who cares if this is a hard once per turn? This is a fat deck that's not 40 cards, and you need to dig, and get straight to what you need. I only play 2 copies of Spellbook of Knowledge. I don't like breaking in this deck at all. Secrets is better than Knowledge, obviously, because Secrets is Knowledge, and it's also Blue Boy, and it's also an instant Totally Awesome. So it helps. And then to sum up the spells, I played 2 Scapegoats. I really wanted to play 3, but I hated drawing 2 of it because you can never use it. Like, once you resolve 1 Scapegoat, you should not even have the resources left to resolve a second. Because the first Scapegoat will get you through a lot of cards in your extra deck. And even if you have the second one, it's like you don't have enough links left to even link summon properly. So 2 is perfect because you just play multiples just so you can see it. Once you see the first one, you're happy. So just the 10 spells. Instead of the Dark Hole and Raigeki in the main deck, I felt that Lava Golem was just enough. If you would like to modify your list, you can go ahead and play the standard Gamma Seal, Dark Hole, Raigeki. There's nothing wrong with it. The traps, we play 3 copies of Maria, 3 copies of Canadia. Then we play 3 copies of Olenoids. I only played 2 Dinomitius because it bricks on me. And a lot of times, there's not very many cards that you're willing to discard. And in addition to that, you never actually resolve 3 of this a duel. So it just makes sense to me. I hate opening with it. I'd much rather search it. And if I do open with it, I know that I'm only going to open with 1 and not 2. Because this was one of the brickiest cards. And I got so pissed off that I kept bricking with it. I was like, I'm only going to play 2 of this. 2 copies of Pykea. Pykea is one of my favorite Paleozoics. It's also the most underestimated and the most underplayed. Nobody plays this card. And also nobody plays Hallucigenia because they look at these as bad cards. These are actually great cards. This is also a damage step playable trap, which allows your opponent, which allows you to keep your Totally Awesome if your opponent's trying to attack over him. It helps a lot. It really does. And it also outs other problematic monsters that Totally Awesome can't attack over. For example, a monster that has 4,000 attack, his attack now becomes 2,000, and Totally Awesome can attack over that, which is pretty darn insane. I like it a lot. And then in addition to that, to sum up the Paleozoic trap lineup, we play one Lian Kaya. I just like one. I really hate bricking, so there's only certain Paleos that I would tolerate drawing in my opening hand. And Lian Kaya, as long as I play Paleos, which actually has been a long time, I've never actually resolved 2 Lian Kayas a duel. It was really just because sometimes you banish the wrong cards off of Desires, and what you want to do is search this to put that Dupe Frog or that Ronin Totem back from your banished zone to graveyard, so that you can actually have your Frog Engine at full power. And then the rest is just the good traps. Aside from the Paleos, Paleos are the best traps. You play 3 Reckless, 3 Wabakus, and you also play 3 Threatening Roars. These are your free traps. These are free Paleozoics. They're free Totally Awesomes. They're free Miss Starboys. They're free Opabinyas. These are just, they enable you to special summon your traps from grave for free. Reckless is amazing in this deck because you really need the draw power. It chains that lets you to get a special summon monster. And you don't care about skipping your draw phases because the 2 cards that you drew were the 2 cards that you were going to draw anyway. So it makes sense. 3 Wabakus and 3 Threatening. This is something that a lot of people don't really play in their Paleo list. Some, I think, still play Wabaku. I'm not sure if the standard lineup is still play 3. But I love these because these guarantee my Totally Awesome, basically. Like, if I open up with a Maria, let's say a Maria, for example, and I activate Maria's effect to dump another Paleo, and I have 2 engrave, and I play a trap like Reckless and draw 2 Chain of Trap, then I play Threatening and Chain of Trap. I have 2 Paleos on board now. My opponent cannot attack over them, and they're unaffected by monster effects, which means you either board wipe me with the Raigeki, that's a 1-of, or I'm going to make my free Totally Awesome next turn, or I can just make Opabinya and go ahead and make a Link combo. So this allows you to guarantee your field presence. I like it a lot. I would never, ever not play the Threatening Roars and the Wabaku. So these are the Live More traps. So we're actually going to keep these here, and we're going to take the Reckless Greeds and slide them to the left. Next up, we play 3 copies of Stormy Mirror Force and also 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. I wanted to play 3, but I had to find room for other cards. So if you draw 2 to 3 Paleozoics, as long as you have 1 of these cards, your Paleos are going to live, and you're going to be able to make all kinds of crazy boards. You'll basically get to kill your opponent next turn if you play it right. Especially if you already have Frogs engraved, it's over. Then we have 3 Solemn Strikes and 2 Lost Winds. Lost Wind is a great card to send off of Maria, and it's also 2 traps in 1. First time you use it, Chain Trap. Second time it comes back, Chain Trap again. You can actually use it on your own, for example, your own Mistar Boy, and just target him, Chain a Trap, and then link with him and make a fresh Mistar Boy. It's really cool, like the way you can use it. You can also use it on your Ronin Totem. When you summon Ronin Totem, activate this target Ronin Totem just to chain a trap. It's just a chain a trap. That's really what it is. If your opponent has something that can't be targeted, then you'll just use it that way and still be able to chain a trap, which is pretty awesome. So that sums up the main deck. Then the extra deck, which is really, really link heavy and spicy. We play 3 Mistar Boys. I was playing 2, but 3 comes up a lot. Especially like if you get to go off and you clear your opponent's extra monster zone, you can summon 1 Mistar Boy, occupy both his zones, link with him in another water, summon the second Mistar Boy in the empty left zone so long as it's cleared. You can switch zones if you want so long as both of them are unoccupied. Then you can summon 2 more and you'll have 4 extra deck monsters in link format, which is insane. And it's just like really, really good. So Mistar Boy makes sense. He recycles anything. Blue Boy, Totally Awesome, Gamma Seal, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's just way too broken. I like him a lot. Mistar Boy at 3, you have to. Because you can even make another Mistar Boy under 1 just to push for damage. Then I played 2 Firewalls. It would have actually been 3 Firewalls because I have 3 now, thank God. But I chose Borreload as the another Link 4. I wanted to have versatility in my Link 4s. Granted, Firewall is great, but you don't always get to co-link that much with this deck. Co-linking is the only way Firewall is good. So we're playing Borreload and also Topo for our Link 4s. Topo is actually the best Link 4 in this deck because of how you combo off. Because any Paleozoics are unaffected by monster effects. So if you chain a trap, for example, and special summon this guy to a zone that he points to, he'll destroy all other monsters in the main zone so long as he's in an extra monster zone. And your opponent's monsters will die, and this will stay. He also has an up-pointing arrow, which can really tempt an idiot to summon in that zone and get their monsters killed. And also, wherever you summon him, basically what he says is the zone he points to, you don't want to use that because you don't want your monster to die. So it's similar to locking your opponent out of that monster zone completely, which is insane. So Topo is a very, very, very powerful Link 4 monster. He's the best because, like I said, he combos so well in Paleos. They're all unaffected by his effects, so we don't care. We clearing the field, and we about to attack for game. Well, I'm sorry. I don't think we actually can attack for game. Let me double check something. If this card attack, blah, 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 blah. All right. Also, your other monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn. So you just have to use Topo to attack for game. So their life points had better be low enough. But anyways, that's beside the point. One Guy Saber. I only have room for one Link 3, and I decided to choose a Link 3 that I can actually co-link with. It could have been Decode, but you can't co-link with them. And you really have to pay attention to the arrows you have. Learning more and more about Link format, I realized that Decode was a mistake, and I put in Guy Saber instead because, like I said, you need to be able to co-link. So he can point down at a firewall, for example, and then you can have firewall point to a proxy dragon and have them co-link by 2. And you play proxy dragon similar to the Guy Saber. You need left and right arrows because you need a co-link. And yeah, you can co-link with Borload, but he's a Link 4, so most of the time he'll actually be the firewall and not him. You really just use him to attack over Masterpiece because you can pop their diagram or banish it with Dinomisius. And then you just link it to him, and Masterpiece can't target him, so you just attack over Masterpiece. So that's the main reason for playing him. And then for XCs, you play 3 copies of Totally Awesome, 2 Opabinias, and 1 Anomalikeras. I literally play just 6 rank 2s, and that's it. It's all you need. They all get recycled. You have never-ending all of these. Toad gets them back. Miss Starboy gets them back. Like, you never run out of these, so it's perfect. The most important thing was the links. That's what I wanted to change with my Paleos. They used to be a rank 2 spam, now they're a link spam deck, and I like it just how it is. I wouldn't change anything for the life of me. What I will do is go back to my Demise build, maybe. Because I am liking how it can spam Totally Awesome immediately, so I don't lose to Evenly Matched, and I don't lose to Denko Seiko, which are the 2 cards that really blow this deck out the water. Thank you guys so much for watching the deck profile. God bless you. Make good choices. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.